Give a big welcome to FROmagnum. FROmagnum, how you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you for having me on. Sorry that my 10 to 6 job has me looking like a hot mess tonight, but it's all good. I'm here. I'm here
It's all
in the
good.
flesh.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Everybody in the chat is cool with it. You know,
Good. I'm
everybody is
glad.
good. Everybody is good. So, why don't you just, before we even get started, talk about the Knicks? Just tell us a little bit about your podcast and, about yourself a little bit, being a Knicks fan.
All right, so I'll share a very specific story about me being a Knicks fan. I did not, like many Knicks fans that I speak with, grow up a Knicks fan. I wasn't a huge basketball fan. I was more into boxing and baseball, believe it or not. I actually started watching basketball maybe 6 years ago. Super random. Anyone that knows me knows I love Tyson Chandler. And that was like my first real experience with the Knicks. I was like randomly flipping through the channels one day, saw Tyson Chandler dunk, and I was like, holy crap, this dude's amazing. This is dope. And ever since that day, I did not miss a game. So as much as I have not experienced, like the missed finger roll or the 2000s.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that, but you know what? I've unfortunately had to struggle through the 17-win season and the last couple of seasons and the Melo fiasco. So emotionally, I'm still here with you guys. Not as much experience, but I'm here with you. I'm locked in.
Let me tell you what, you're probably glad you missed that you wasn't there for that missed finger roll and John Stark shooting us out of the finals and those things, because it was painful. I think for me, it was more painful than these 17-win seasons that we had lately, and 35-win, 37-win seasons, because at least I expected to lose. When we were in the championship, I expected to win, and it was painful when we did not.
I hear that. I say this all the time. Like, as much as I want to be good, I know that once the Knicks are great and like potentially make the finals, I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it emotionally. I might have to take off like a week of work just to like heal.
Yeah, let me tell you, playoffs are, I've gotten in trouble. I've had the cops called on me.
Oh my gosh.
I've had the cops called on me for screaming and yelling, jumping up and down on my floor. And because of the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be me. So don't worry. I would probably have the cops called on me as well.
So you were out at the summer league. What was it like? What was it like? I'm jealous because I would have loved to be there, and I hope to be there next year.
So you know what? I would love to go again as just a fan to experience it. I was there working. And I didn't get to spend a lot of time sitting and watching the Knicks. The first time they entered the arena, though, I was court level, and I was literally just standing there waiting for them to enter, just so I could see them. And then as days went on, luckily I got to sit in Cox Pavilion and watch Knicks and Jazz. I got to see the first half of that game, which was amazing. Even if it was just for like 10 minutes that I was sitting there. Anytime, I tweeted this out and it got a lot of love. Anytime Mitchell Robinson did anything, I mean anything, there was a man in my section that would just stand up and just yell, "I've been trying to tell y'all." like he was just, the support for Robinson was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope.
And how tall is he really? I mean,
he's tall. I mean, look, I'm 5'3". So to me, anyone's really tall. Like, being at Summer League made me feel super short because there were how many basketball players there. But he's very long. Like, his wingspan is ridiculous to me. Yeah. Again, it's a little, maybe to someone else he might not be as big, but to me he looks huge. Even from the distance I was sitting in the arena. But watching him is incredible, just like knowing his story and kind of just envisioning him when Porzingis comes back. The two of them together is just going to be like a block party. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be something, because what do you have, 6 blocks tonight? So the Knicks got eliminated. Did you watch the game?
I watched some of it. Again, I was working because
Oh,
work just takes
yeah.
over my life. Believe me, if I could dedicate all hours of my life to watching the Knicks, I would. I did watch some of it. I know Kevin Knox struggled, but I love that Mitchell picked up the team. Like, Kevin Knox has a lot of pressure on him
Hmm.
as an 18-year-old rookie who was booed on draft night. And then, we see one game from him and all of a sudden, oh, he might be that guy for the Knicks. So he's got a lot of pressure on him. Like the first article I saw out today published, for example, was Kyrie Irving saw Kevin Knox's worst game. I'm like, that's a lot of pressure.
Right.
So it was just nice that a teammate, Mitchell Robinson, who's been really consistent throughout summer league, just really putting up good numbers, was able to just like uplift the team despite it being a loss. But 17, 12, 6 and 3 steals, like that's a
Yeah.
pretty damn good game.
Yeah. And listen, the only thing that I've seen from Mitchell Robinson that the only thing that I've seen, I guess that you would say is a negative, is in the first or second game. Maybe it was the second game. He got pushed around a little bit in the post.
Yeah.
Other than that, I haven't seen too much. I know I had Harris Rubenstein from Chat Sports, and he was like, well, Mitchell doesn't look like he has a clue as to what he's doing out there on the floor. But I mean, they've played what, 4 games together. I don't think anyone really has a clue what they're doing on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, how much chemistry can they actually build in 4 games?
Exactly.
So if I'm the coach, I'm telling him, listen, run up and down the floor and use your athleticism, block some shots and get some rebounds.
And I think that's what, like, I mean, I know Fizdale isn't like the head coach, but obviously he's got like a say. I feel like that's what the coaches are telling them. Like this, like you said, chemistry is not going to be built over 4 games. I think this is more just like go out and showcase your talents, and then the rest will come later. As for Robinson, I mean, look, he needs to get in the gym, eat some steaks, lift some weights, bulk up a little bit.
Right.
Because he's quick and he's long. And like you said, if he just bulks up a little bit, then he's not going to get bullied as much.
Right. I agree with you.
I'm saying the same thing about KP. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what? Let me see. Robinson is what, 20? So he's not that much younger than KP. He's 20 years old. They're kind of they're not kind of, they're in the same age range. They can do it together. They both need it. They can do it together. They got some workout they got a workout partner.
Exactly.
Let me ask you about the comparisons to Anthony Davis. So, when I was listening today, they say the Franchilla, however you say his name, he said his ceiling, is probably Anthony Davis, and his floor is the guy from Miami, the center from Miami.
Hassan
Whiteside.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad floor. If he never reaches Anthony Davis, I wouldn't mind Hassan Whiteside. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, is Anthony Davis reaching, or is that just the span? It's just the span. He can fall anywhere in between, I guess.
I always hate floor and ceiling comparisons, because we've seen the kid for 4 games, and you can look and say, oh, he's a good shot blocker. Oh, he's quick. He can move laterally. We can look at all those things, and then at the end of the day, still keep in mind that they're playing in summer league. So when Mitchell Robinson gets out on the court and is now playing with professionals who have been in the league 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many years, that can change. So there's things that happen in summer league, or talents that these players display, or plays that they make that might only be seen in summer league. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Robinson. If he turns out to be anything close to Anthony Davis, then the Knicks had a hell of a draft.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because, I mean, Franchilla said if Mitchell Robinson had played, he would have been a top 10 pick. That's what he said. He said if he played this year, he would have been a top 10 pick.
Wow.
So, Franchilla, he's like, this is what he does is college basketball, right? He scouts overseas. He scouts NCAA players. This is what he does. As a matter of fact, I can remember when Phil Jackson when Phil Jackson was when the Knicks were in the 2015 draft. And I'm ashamed to say I wanted Moutier.
So did I. Don't worry.
I really did. And when they drafted KP, I knew in my heart that they were going to draft KP just because of what Phil Jackson wanted to do. So I knew that he was going to draft KP. I could feel it, but I really wanted Moutier. But when I listened to Fran Fraschilla, he said this kid has all-star potential. He has the ability to possibly change the game of basketball one day at the center position, talking about KP. And look, I mean, we got KP, and I mean, he's right. And so I take stock in what he says, right? And he said, Frank has the ability to be an all-star. We'll see if he can reach it. He said, but he's going to be a very good NBA player. He'll be a starter in the NBA. We'll see if he can reach an all-star level. About Mitchell Robinson, he's the one who said he's got that range from Hassan Whiteside to Anthony Davis. Said he'd be a top 10 pick in the NBA in the draft if he had played in college. So I mean, if you're getting a top 10 pick at number 36, you did a pretty good job in the draft.
And the Knicks needed to do well in the draft. I'm laughing because I saw someone in this chat call you a Porzingis hater. And I just want to back you up for a second. I did not want Porzingis. I didn't watch enough of Porzingis tape during that draft to say yes or no. Mm-hmm. I also wanted Moutier, and not because of Moutier necessarily. I just knew we needed a point guard. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, let's just go get the point guard. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We ended up with him anyway, right?
Right. Yeah, we got him now anyway. And
let's count our blessings that Porzingis kind of fell in our lap. Yeah. So I know a lot of Lakers fans that are mad about that.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's going on, man? I'm gonna let you know I've been watching your show for a long time, man. I just ain't called in and hollered at you.
I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it. Hope you keep watching. Hope you enjoying the show.
Oh yeah. Let me go and get to it real fast, man. Cause look, I've been a Knicks fan, I promise you, bro, ever since 1988. So you know how much pain I'm going through.
I definitely do. Hey, I know exactly what you're going through, man.
Oh man, can I just be real with you?
Be real with me.
I just want to know if I can be real with you.
Be real with me. That's what I want you to do. Be real with me, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Okay, man. Troy Williams, man, something wrong with that fool, man. I'm talking
something wrong with him.
Something wrong with him, man. He out of control, man. That dude is, man. He out of control, man. He got to go. Hardaway. He got to go.
You said Troy. See, I disagree with you there, man. I like Troy Williams. I'd rather a player be out of control and you try to calm him down than have a player that you cannot get to have any energy. You know what I'm saying? I think he can be taught and developed a little bit.
Man, if he ain't, let me see. Was he with Memphis first, and then he went to Houston for a while? Why you think they let him go, man? That dude is crazy as hell, man. So check this out, man. So you telling me every time this fool get the ball, man, he just run full speed down the court with his head down, man.
He does. He does.
That's crazy, man. And let me get to this Hardaway.
Okay.
He got to go, man. Hardaway got to go. Moutier got to go. Hicks got to go. And that Dotson, man, he is pure trash. Dotson got to go, bro.
So who do you like?
I'm gonna say.
Okay, go ahead. I got you.
Hey, check this out now. I know a lot of people gonna be like, man, what is he talking about? But I'm gonna be real with you, man. That Frank Ntilikina, that man game is lazy. Hey, bro, he ain't. Let me tell you something. Hey, that man is not it, bro. I know a lot of people like, man, he crazy. You gotta give him some time. He 19. He blah blah blah. Look, man, that man is. Hey, man, he ain't it. I want to call in another time for you too, man. It was like a while back, man. Hey, I was like, man, I need to ask this. I believe you a Trey Burke hater, man.
You say I'm a Trey Burke hater?
I believe you a Trey Burke hater, man.
No, man. I don't hate Trey. I don't hate Trey Burke.
Man, bro, I believe you hate that Burke, man. Burke got, hey. Man,
Okay.
Burke the point, bro.
Why do I hate him? Why do you think I hate him? Why do you think I hate him? What did I say? What did I say?
Let me tell you something. Every time your ass was on air, you used to be like, man, Trey too little. Trey is. He can't be no lead point guard. Man, that man is wet. No homo. That man, hey, that man wet, bro. Real talk, he wet. I'm talking about 15 range. 3 point. It don't matter that he can contribute the ball, man, and throwing that ball to point. I'm talking about Hey, I believe you're a Burke hater, bro. I believe you're a Burke hater.
I'm not a hater, man. I'm not a hater. It's just, listen, you're right. I do not believe that he is the type of guard that is your championship style point guard. I believe that. Listen, I think he'll be a perfect six man. He can come in, he can light it up. He's got his mid-range jump shot is I mean, he's money. I don't know what percentage he shoots from that mid-range jump shot, but he gets in the lane and pulls it up. It's money. But if you're talking about, in my opinion, the style of play that Fizdale wants to play, he can do it on the offensive side, but on the defensive side is where I think there's problems, because if you're playing this positionless basketball, that's the key word, that's the buzzwords right now, right? That's the buzzword. Positionless basketball on the defensive end, you got to be able to switch, right? You got to be able to switch, because other teams are going to play that same style of basketball. You got to be able to switch. So you do need, in my opinion, you need some longer guards out there. You know what I mean? But I don't hate Trey Burke. Listen, I respect what Trey Burke has. He wasn't in trouble, but his career was sliding, right? He was in Utah, and then they didn't like they didn't like his game. They traded him to the Wizards. He couldn't get no love behind John Wall. He decided, I'm going to rededicate myself and go to the G League. I respect that to the fullest. Changed his eating habits, changed his work ethic. So we'll see what he can do. I just feel like, I just don't know. I just don't think he's elite. I just don't think he is the guy like a Jason Kidd, Mike Conley type of high IQ, gritty type of guard that is your leader, just your straight up leader. You know what I mean? I don't see that in him, and that's okay. For me, that's okay.
Hey,
everybody has a role.
Hey, when he start this year, and he prove you wrong, call me up
and let me know about it.
Oh, trust me, I am. This ain't the first time, partner, because I be getting mad at your ass. I be getting mad at your ass. I just ain't never called in, bro. I used to like, look, let me call in at this man right here. Oh. He's something serious.
The Entertainah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Sim, are we live?
Huh?
Are we live?
We live, man. We live.
Oh, Sim, sorry about that. I just got done watching the tape, right? And this team, they played a little matinee today, and I get back after work, I have to watch them on DVR. I'm a little disgusted. This team, they didn't show any heart today. The only guy who showed up was Robinson. He played great. 17 points, 12 boards. He had 3 steals. He was terrific. But where was everybody else? I'm going to give Knox a pass. He's been terrific throughout the summer. But, and Tria was okay. Nobody else showed up. Doc's you better start looking for another career. Because this guy's not a basketball player, okay? And of all the teams to do it against, they do it against the Boston Celtics. I can't stand that city. I can't stand the people with their stupid accents. I'll give them credit for one thing, okay? Every time I walk into a Dunkin' Donuts, the first thing I pick out is a Boston cream donut. It's delicious, okay? But you got to make sure it's not, there's too much cream or too much. There's got to be an equal disparity. You know, you put too much cream in it, don't taste that good. I'm sorry, Tim.
I mean, I didn't even get a chance to say what's up to you, man.
I apologize. I appreciate you bringing me on the show. I'm a huge Knicks fan. You know I love talking hoops. We talked the other night. I really love your show.
I appreciate it, man. But geez, and a couple of people in the chat said you drunk already.
Yeah, man, I bring it, you know.
I mean, so, all right. Well, yeah, you brought it. You definitely brought it. Definitely brought it. What do you think about Trier Dotson?
Trier Dotson, you know, I think he's a good potential guy off the bench. He can play both guard positions. He chucks the ball up too much for me, though. He's got to start to control his shot a little bit, you know.
Who, Trier?
Sometimes he's taking shots. He's double covered. He's taking 30-foot jump shots. He's not much of a point guard. We saw that the last 2 days. I don't really trust him at the point.
Yeah. What about Dotson?
Dotson's got to go. Dotson. I don't even think Dotson can play in the G League. This guy, he's done nothing the whole summer league. He's been a disgrace.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I agree with you about Dotson. I really do think that Dotson. I wanted to see more from Dotson. I needed to see more from Dotson.
He's like a good guy, second round pick, but come on.
Now, me and you, we got into a little thing the other day because you were saying something about what I was saying about KP.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I watched the show a couple of nights ago, and Entertainah's got to be honest with you. I mean, KP's called the unicorn for a reason, right? You don't just step outside your door. You don't see unicorns walking around the block, right? He's the once-in-a-generational talent. And, you know, you come on the show, and I got nothing but love for you, right? But I got to disagree with you on this point, Sim. You come on the show, this guy, Kevin Knox, he's playing against puppies right now, right? He hasn't played against the pit bulls yet, okay? You know, wait till he plays against the pit bulls. Let him play, you know, a half a season, full season before we call him better than KP, okay? So I got to see a little bit more of this guy. And I love the guy, but, you know, we got to see a little bit more of him.
So you think KP is the next great guy?
If KP can stay healthy, this guy's going to be the greatest Knick of all time, in my opinion. I think he's got all the tools. He's a 7'3" guy. He can chuck the three. He's a great shot blocker. He's got a good handle for a big man. He's got all the tools. The only question with him, he's got to stay healthy. Okay.
What about Frank? What do you think about Frank? Where you at with Frank?
All right. Here's my thing with Frank. Last year, Frank, you know, he's an unbelievable defender. He's a future defensive player of the year. Okay. I think all Knicks fans agree with that. We love his defense. He left a little bit, he got to work on his offense. Everybody knows that. But I did really like what I saw in the second Summer League game. He looked terrific. He was getting in the lane. He was posting and toasting. Starting to use his body. That's what he's got to do. He's a big point guard. He's like 6'6", 6'7". So that's the way he's got to play on the offensive end.
Yeah, I know. He had you speaking French.
Yeah, he had me speaking French.
He had you speaking French. I seen it.
Yeah.